Hey everyone, welcome to this 2021 F-150 Lariat. This is a Supercrew with the 10-speed automatic 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 from Ford. And this is a family member's daily driver, so it's got some mileage on the clock. Today we're going to do a little bit of a walk around. Show you the interior, exterior, and kind of all the components that come with the truck, as well as take it for a little bit of a drive. Not as spirited as some of the other cars you're seeing on the channel, but I want to bring this into the channel, one, because it's a family member's car, but two, because the F-150 is a staple of American society, whether people like it or not. But it's also just a fantastic car. I never was really into trucks until I witnessed a F-150. So anyways, this is a very well-spec'd interior. It's got this gray leather and the Supercrew cab, so it's got plenty of room in the back seat. It's also got the long trailer. It's pretty substantially long. If you look, I'll show you in the walk around, but if you look at the camera, taking up this whole parking space, and forgive my parking, but we're sticking out a little bit. But yeah, we got this 10-inch screen, Apple CarPlay, using Ford's Sync 4. Works very nice. You know, something about Ford's infotainment may not be the fastest, may not be the snappiest, but right now it's doing the job. Right now it's doing the job, and I've always just felt so at home with Fords. You got climate control for the front and passenger, and you have some control in the back. I don't think there's an independent zone. So you got this climate control, very all physical buttons. Can't complain. Weird that it shows up on the screen, but whatever. You got ventilated seats, heated driver's seat with one setting, 3 levels on the heated and ventilated seats. You got all your controls on the steering wheel, adaptive cruise control. This has Ford's Copilot 360 2.0, I want to say. There's no Blue Cruise, but has adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, lane centering, and all the other safety systems, blind spot monitoring. In the mirrors, I think there's rear cross traffic, 360 camera, very nice, very good resolution. You can zoom into each corner, and then you got a couple modes for the trailer, I believe. That's your front. You can make it full screen. There's the trailer. That's your trailer hitch. Full backup. Turn it off, not available. This is your bed view, so there is an aftermarket tonneau cover there. But look at the size of that. The size of that bed. We'll take a look at it later. But yeah, very nicely integrated. Auto start, traction control. You got drive modes. So normal, slippery. I skipped over deep snow and sand. 4x4 shift in progress, mud and ruts. And then let's go back over here. Tow haul, eco, and sport. That's my favorite setting, obviously. This has got various amount of 4 high, 4 low, 4 automatic, 4 low, 2 high, trailer brake and control, pro trailer assists, allows you to steer, using that with kind of in conjunction with the screen. I'm not familiar with this, so I'm not going to test it out. 3 levels of seat control, power backrest, forward, back, up. I think that's 10-way, and then 2-way lumbar somewhere over here. But just, you know, the Ford interior I've always been a fan of. There's just so much functionality. It's so familiar. You can, you know, I hopped in this car and figured it out very easily. No gimmicks and all of that. And just all this space. No sunroof, but who needs those these days? And then what do we got there? Might be a shade for the rear. You can open up the back. You got but you got a car seat for the younger folk in our family. Yeah, let's check out that back. These interesting door handles, so you kind of squeeze it in. Also pop the hood for the engine. Let's take a little walk around. Painted this black, got the chrome 6-foot running boards. Massive. This Lariat is very nice. Got the extended wheelbase. I think it's 157 inches. Power tailgate. Classic Ford measuring board. And then we got, excuse me, got the step. Not leave myself enough room. Very nice. And then you can check it out underneath. Gotta have your trunk full of all the goods. And then you got some, excuse me, 120 volt 400 watt max outlet. I think you have that's it. There's no Pro Power on board like the hybrid, because this is the V6, so no hybrid train. Very nice though. Big fan of this step. It's a little bit aggressive when it comes out, but it feels like it's gonna last forever. So, and then you've got a little helper to tell you how to put it away, which I almost forgot. When you pull this, I believe. Yep. Sorry. Pop this bad boy back in, and then I think folds back up in the name of reliability. Doesn't even need my help. So overall, just a very nice classic truck. This is the 2021 redesign. Definitely looks very nice. Now let's see if I can figure out how to open the hood. Ooh, that goes up high. A properly used F-150 engine bay. This car's got 35,000 miles on it, and that's how you want your trucks to be used. Check out the back seat. That's where the car seat is. So I can't sit behind myself, but it doesn't matter. Plenty of space. Oh, there's heated seats back here. 2 levels, very nice. Does not come with the car seat or all the other gubbins. Another outlet up front. What the heck? USB-C, USB-A, I think that's what they're called. Just a, God, it's so cavernous in here. This is a fantastic car. Sippy cup not included. Let's see what else. Got the Bang & Olufsen sound system, tow technology package. Talked about the integrated trailer brake control. I think that's a Ford staple. Onboard 400 watt outlet that we saw in the back. Interior work surface. I'll show that in a bit. That's the party trick. And yeah, 275 60 R20 tire or wheels and tire size. Electronic locking rear axle. This has the, I believe, the surround light system at night. 60/40 folding rear bench. 10-way power driver, and multi-adjustable power front passenger. All the safety features. Yeah. This is just a well-spec'd car. Looks great, and is held up to the necessary abuse of a Ford F-150, but also just the the daily driver of it. That screen, that center dashboard, I'm a big fan of it. You got the 400 watt plug up front, the 12 volt as well. Plenty of places to plug in your work computer. I've worked in this front seat on road trips with my dad driving it, so yeah. Get back in the driver's seat, take this for a drive. Got the keys, the locking keys, classic Ford staple. definitely a step up. Light controls over there. So then I think to do this, yeah, this is the classic. Ooh, dirty. Full flat work surface, very nice. I'm definitely a Ford snob. Big fan of their interiors, the functionality, the feel. It's a nice leather wrap steering wheel. And this, it's kind of like this hard, rough leather. It's just very nice. A little bit of wood trim, some silver chrome, lots of good accents in this interior. So let's take it for a quick drive. I'll say this F-150, the extended wheelbase, very tough to park, but placing it on the road, it's very, very comfortable. And I love the sound of this EcoBoost V6. I believe it's the same engine in the Explorer ST. I'll have to double check that. But I love the Explorer ST. If I was to get a 3-row, that would be the car I'd get. Good visibility all around. I feel very confident about checking my blind spots. The parking, you got the 360 camera. You'll be good. Ford has definitely refined the 10-speed in more recent years, but you can definitely feel hunting for gears a little bit when you're tipping into the throttle, but once it's on the road, it is a smooth go-getter. Got this digital gauge, see if I can just play around with it a little bit. Tire pressure, power distribution, engine information, seat belts, driver assistance. And then you got My View, which you have a couple different options to go up and down. Fuel economy, averaging about 20.5 mpg, pretty good. I think the rated on this, 18 in the city, 23 in the highway, 20 combined, so nice job. Trip computers, and you can configure My View. This gauge cluster changes as you go through the drive mode, so let's go over to not tow haul, go to eco, duller throttle, get the green tint. But let's go back over to normal. And unlike the Explorer ST and some of the other Fords with this rotating mode drive, it is intuitive. You twist to the right, it goes to the selection on the right, twist to the left, it goes to the selection on the left. It's not a spinning dial that's inverted that just confuses people. And I love the sound of that Ford clicker. Ford turn signal. You can understand why these cars are the best selling. Ooh, doggo. It's just, you feel in a solid piece of machinery. It handles very well. Refinement is the key when it comes to the Ford F-150. This car has been around forever. It's gone through many life cycles, and it is a tried and true formula. You can't go wrong with the American F-150. The ride comfort is definitely a little bit on the stiffer side. Nothing I'm not used to. Definitely bounces, especially up in the rear, but that's where you get the extended wheelbase. But it holds its own. Down here in the Jersey Shore, it's great to have a truck like this for flooding. It's got a pretty good ground clearance, not sure the number, throw it up on the screen if I remember too. The brakes are nice, good initial bite. It just shut off. Let's do start stop. Does not want to go. Give it a good amount of throttle on tip-in, very smooth, very consistent power delivery. I've never driven a Ram. Actually, I have driven a Ram 1500. I was pretty impressed with it. But I think once you get into one of the other brands, you're kind of a loyalist. Never driven a GM Silverado, or I think that's the equivalent to this, but I never driven a GM truck. Let this person go. But I've always liked Fords. Between the Mach-E and this, I've always just felt the consistency and refinement of their lineup, and, you know, some of their staples. I think the Mach-E was a very good new product line. I know the Edge and the Escape may not be as well touted as the F-150 and maybe the Explorer, but I'm just gonna ramble on about the pros. And obviously I'm in a truck, so not something I would drive personally, but I have no need for it. But I'm a big fan. If you're gonna get something big, you might as well go all in, right? Not gonna do a intense driving, just kind of some loops. People get a good understanding of this car. But yeah, it's no doubt trucks are becoming a very sought after piece of equipment. A car. It's the #1 selling car in America, and I think the Ram and the GM cars are not far behind. Let's see if we can get some sport driving. No turn on red. Awesome. Hear that turbo spinning it up. Very good throttle response in sport mode. It just got that truck sound, man. You just can't beat it. You know, I was a big fan of that V8 Audi, but I'm also a V6 fan. Especially these larger 3.5 liters. Whoa, yeah, you feel the weight of this though. You can see why people get trucks for when they're not towing. The low-end torque that would be used for towing is very nice off the line. So that pretty much wraps it up with the F-150. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I've always been a big fan of this car. It's been fun to include it into the family of cars. Getting the stink eye. Probably the GoPro on the head. I just think the refinement and the functionality, the utility of this cabin, physical controls all around, as well as the nice to haves, and also the features that I probably would never use. Nice. No paddle shifter. I think I can downshift. Oh, you can limit the revs. Interesting. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. Hope everyone liked what they saw. And to the next time.